Hello, pilots, and welcome to Season 1, Game 1 of Out of Arc Gaming's Flight Academy. 8 pilots have descended on entoyment in a single-ship round-robin tournament. Each player has 75 points to spend with only 2 rules. Small base only, no lone wolf. The games will also be only 20 minutes long, and we have a reduced play area to get the action started as quickly as possible. Now, joining me for Game 1 of Flight Academy, Sans Restraining Bolt is...
It's James. I'm here of my own volition today, and looking forward to this format.
Yes, it's an interesting format, something we decided would be a bit of a laugh. We actually managed to get in one 4-hour session 20 games recorded of this. 8 more games to be recorded in a second session, but everyone so far has enjoyed the format, and there's a lot going on and it's good fun. So let's start having a look at what lists we have on the table. So, James, did you want to go through the Republic side?
Sure. So Conor has brought Mace Windu with Heightened Perception, R4P17, the Delta 7B title, and Afterburners.
And that's coming in at a nice 74 points.
Yeah, and that's in the ETA 2, I believe.
No, it's a Delta
7.
spread.
I always get them mixed up.
If it's got flappy wings, it's the ETA. So, and if it's pointy, it's the ETA Sprite. But they are really
It's the
cool
Episode
ships.
2 Jedi Starfighter.
Yeah. I mean, that's the easiest way of remembering it, really.
Yeah.
And it's a
what
really
has Wes
cheap one.
brought?
So Wes has brought Major Vonrig in the TIE Baron Interceptor for the First Order with Predator, Advanced Optics, Proton Rockets, and Stealth Device. So got a big Alpha Strike in there and also some survivability with that Stealth Device there. So it'll be interesting to see how much these guys really get in each other's faces.
Yeah, I mean, a Proton Rocket in a 1v1 situation where you're mostly expecting to face aces, such as Mace Windu, all that damage in one go is potentially fantastic. I do like that Conor has brought the Astromech, which, if you're unfamiliar, is after you fully execute a red maneuver, you may spend 1 charge to perform an action even while stressed. So action economy, again, in a 1v1, is terrific.
I mean, the economy of Mace Windu anyway, because Mace Windu's ability is when you fully execute a red maneuver, regain 1 force.
Yeah, doesn't really care for red maneuvers.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. And not only that, combine that with Heightened Perception. He might be an I4 to start with, but when it comes to shooting, he can bump himself up to an I7 and get that first shot in there, or even that last shot that he needs to take something out.
Yeah, Heightened Perception is also a really good idea for this. There's some weird list building ideas as you go into it, because things like cluster missiles are pretty useless here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that just suddenly don't make as much sense. However, there are some things that really do. And spending the force there to only take 1 shield definitely makes sense there for Conor.
Yeah, in this situation, use every modification you have to not take damage.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I like this matchup. I think it's going to be quite interesting. They're both quite fast ships. Like I said, if Wes can get that range 1 proton rocket off, that is going to be absolutely brutal.
We'll have to see if Wes can pull it off. That is looking like a red maneuver for Mace Windu.
Yep, he loves those red maneuvers.
Will Vonrig fall into that the firing arc?
Yeah, I mean, it's so interesting coming up on 1v1 because it doesn't happen all that often. Obviously, it does happen in games, but to go in as a 1v1, although
normally by the time you get into a 1v1, someone's maybe a bit damaged. There might be a crit in there somewhere. Yeah. Starting off both ships healthy, going into a small asteroid field and just duking it out is just very different, more different than you'd expect.
Yeah, and a lot of the players in this, they said that it was more and less challenging all at the same time. Obviously,
It's a different kind of challenge.
Yeah, it's like a really stripped down Aces High where you only have to worry about one other person, but it can go either way so quickly. I mean, you look at Mace Windu, he has 6 health total versus Von Reg's 4. So you start to think, okay, Mace has got a big advantage there with all that health, but again, Von Reg has the outfit.
Is that a Predator reroll into a crit?
Yes, it looks like it.
Not good for Mace.
Not good for Mace at all. So that is 4 hits there.
One of which is a crit. What is it?
It is a fuel leak. That is a devastating crit to get in there.
That can make this a very quick game. If one crit goes through, that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I love about this.
And Mace is not really returning the favour with these red dice.
No, they are not playing
having
nicely.
To use a lot of the force to make it a decent attack.
Yeah. And getting one through.
I mean, it gets through the stealth device.
Yeah. I mean, those first 2 engagements have very much favoured Wes there already, putting Mace very much on the back foot, and now they are both stressed, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, this is the weird situation. Like in a regular game, you might be able to like veer off and go for a different target. In here, you're either going to bump into each other and clear the stress, or fly just straight past each other and say goodbye for a bit.
Yeah, and hope that you can get back in. Luckily, again, most of the ships in this are AC, so they've got some really good dials. And if you're interested to see all the build-outs, you can find that on our Instagram. We have got all of the ship lists available up there. So have a look on the Out of Arc Instagram and you can see what people are flying. But yeah, it does make it really, really interesting. And also, are you going to want to try and get rid of that stress straight away? As Wes is now doing, that's a white maneuver.
Also, well done for guessing which way Conor was going with Mace.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if Wes had gone the other way, you're looking at 2 or 3 turns of getting back round.
But now Major Von Reg is right behind Mace Windu, ready to keep up the chase. And if Mace gets this wrong, he is facing a proton rocket.
Yeah. Just checking to see if Von Reg triggers a strain or deplete onto Mace there.
The bullseye, yeah, even though they're touching.
Yeah. And looks like, yes.
That is a token.
It is in bullseye. Can't see what the token is because of that peg, but regardless, it's still not going to be ideal. Oh, the 2 sloop there from Mace. That is nice.
I mean, what could Von Reg do to line up that proton rocket? Like just a 2 sharp?
2 sharp would probably be best. A 1 sharp might just get him in.
Oh, bank.
2 bank isn't going to do it.
Can Von Reg reposition to get a shot?
I don't think so, because he could possibly boost, but I don't think the boost would actually sit him in well.
In that case, I think you probably just boost around the side of Mace and just stop a shot even coming in.
You get out and get ready to come back in would be the best way there, I reckon.
Mace using the last of his astromech to grab that target lock.
Good shout. Target lock is going to really help there. Just give him the opportunity to double mod with a target lock and his force there.
So we're just waiting on Von Reg's action.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, when we were recording this, 20 minutes does not sound like a long time, but when you've got to really think about it, it simultaneously goes really quickly and really, like, it takes a while as well.
Oh, is this a barrel roll and a boost?
I reckon it'll be a barrel roll, then using Von Reg's fine-tuned thrusters to gain a strain or deplete to boost round.
Yeah.
That's
so just to make sure you are out of the arc.
I like that, because that way he can do whatever he wants next turn as well, because he's not actually stressed. So he can still do red maneuvers. I mean, he's got blue 1 hearts, which are crazy.
And knowing that Mace is either what is that? Stress and a strain,
Looks like a
probably.
stress and strain there, yeah.
Almost certainly doing a blue,
Yes.
right?
Almost certainly doing a blue.
I'm not too familiar with Von Reg's style. Is the one sharp blue?
It does have the best move in the game, a blue one sharp.
Then I feel like that's what's coming.
Yeah, I mean, right now, blue one sharp to the left, barrel roll across, get a nice shot into the back of Mace, see where he goes.
Yeah, Mace just needs to find the right position to be able to turn around and actually do some damage.
I think his. Ooh, that's interesting.
A lot of repositioning, but it might get him enough distance to turn around.
I like it. I think it's actually a really good idea. I think it's a really good idea there because that way Von Reg can't do that one hard across.
Not doing the one hard.
Oh no, doing the two sloop. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, the options to get rid of that stress, he has options, but good options to get rid of that stress. You're looking at one or two bank or a one hard, but he could always do a 2 or 3 hard. Is white, but still gets him in. But I think if it was me, I'd like to see a 1 hard.
Yeah, I think in that situation, you want to keep the pressure on Mace, even if he has gone really far away. You're still, you're closing that gap.
Yeah, I mean that's good. I like that 1 hard. Maybe do a boost in, see if he can get a cheeky range 3 shot.
Well, with where that rock is in front of Mace, he's almost certainly doing some sort of bank.
Yeah, it does look very much like he would hit that.
Which I feel like
forward.
Gives Von Reg a good chance to go straight through that gap. He's even getting closer now with the boost.
Yeah.
Straight through that gap and really try for that Proton Rocket.
Yeah, just that range. I like that. Yeah, as you say, if Mace would need to do a 3 or a 4 forward to jump that, or do a bank out. Let's see. There's the 3. If Wes called that and has done a 2,
I thought the straight would hit the rock.
If it was a 2 straight, it definitely would have. The 3 straight.
Well, I meant the template would have clipped it, but potentially not.
It's just far enough over.
Also worth noting that Mace has fixed the fuel leak.
Yes. Which I think is, you have to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, this is looking nice. This is looking nice for Wes.
Ooh, bit of a knock, but it happens. Now, I don't know if... would a barrel roll give him the bullseye? He might just bunny hop too far and just deny it on the other side. It's like perfectly lined up by the looks of it.
It is such a tough one to call.
Or do you just go, you know what, I'm range 1, I'll just take some tokens and go for a decent range 1 shot?
I mean, I'd potentially focus and then use the fine tune to jump across just to see. I mean, a range 1 shot anyway, that's 4 dice into Mace, who's got 2 of 8 dice.
True. Trying to go for the procket is a bit overkill. The heightened perception. Oh.
That's a good play there. That's a good play.
Good job he took that focus.
Yeah, those focuses saving his bacon there. Wow. That's exactly when you use heightened perception.
And now they're both on the exact same points.
Yeah. Interesting to note, there will be no draws throughout this tournament. If there is a draw at the end, final salvo will be rolled.
Okay.
Oh, if only he had that focus now.
Well, I mean, better to be alive and miss your shot than be dead.
What do you reckon? Sloops all around?
I mean, it's looking like it for Mace.
Yeah.
I feel like Von Reg could just do another sharp turn.
I mean, a 1 hard would be pretty good at.
I don't know.
I'm not sure if a 1 hard would keep him up.
Yeah.
But
it's sleep as well. It's a shame Von Reg doesn't have the astromech for an action, because that would allow him to proc it definitely now.
He'd be out of range. No, he would be in range of a proc. So it's range 2, isn't it? Yeah, I mean,
yes, range 2. Well, range 1 to 2 in the bullseye.
Yeah. Oh, and I think that's a heightened perception trigger there.
I mean, this matchup here definitely favors Mace because he still has the force to modify his dice.
Yeah. Oh, that's 3. This is tough. Oh no, that's a focus and a blank. That's Wes down.
I mean, that was a good game though.
That was great.
That really came down to it.
I mean, Wes had some really good early damage in there on Mace, put Conor on the back foot, but then Conor brought that back. Those double heightened perception triggers really, really helped Mace there.
Yeah, having heightened perception to almost counteract the initiative difference and having the force as well is, you know, Mace Windu is an ace despite only being 4.
Indeed he is. But that was a great first round of the Flight Academy, guys. So what we'll do, we're going to end the video there and we will see you for round 2. Guys, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, like the video. And if you like what we're doing, don't forget to click the Patreon link in the description below. But we will see you next time.